It might sound surprising, but sometimes the sweetest blessings come from the most ordinary places. In this case, a small, humble fruit. No fancy pills, no complicated diets. Just nature doing what God intended. Imagine a warm Sunday afternoon, a basket on the kitchen counter, and a hand reaching for something that can help steady blood sugar, like a gentle hand calming a rocking chair. That's the kind of simple gift folks over 60 dream of. Easy, natural, and still delicious. Over the years, many have learned the hard way that keeping blood sugar in check can feel like a battle. Meals that once felt harmless now leave them tired, foggy, or thirsty. Doctors hand out long lists of don'ts. And the grocery stores start to feel like a maze full of traps. Yet, tucked between apples, berries, and citrus at the market, there are little treasures that work with the body, not against it. Fruits that release their sweetness slowly, keeping energy steady all day long. Some still believe fruit is off limits for diabetics, thinking every bite is just sugar waiting to spike glucose. But that's far from the truth. The Lord filled this earth with foods that, when chosen wisely, can nourish without harm. These are fruits with low glycemic index, rich in fiber, and full of natural compounds that help the body handle sugar better. For older folks, they can make the difference between an afternoon nap out of fatigue and one taken just for the pleasure of it. There's a quiet joy in realizing you can still enjoy sweetness without fear. No more staring at the dessert table feeling left out of life's simple pleasures. Instead, there's comfort in knowing these choices help the heart, joints, and even the eyes. It's like finding out your old rocking chair is worth far more than you ever imagined. Simple, familiar, and precious. In this journey, 9 fruits will be revealed. The number 1 fruit, saved for the very end, is considered by many to be the single best for flushing excess sugar from the blood naturally. But before that grand reveal, 8 other powerful fruits will be shared, so that no one feels limited to just one choice. Each brings its own benefits, flavors, and traditions, giving plenty of variety for those who want more than one way to enjoy sweetness without fear. The sweetest secret is waiting at the end. If you enjoy learning simple, natural ways to stay healthy, please share this with friends and family, so they can discover these fruits too. Number 9, kiwi. The bright green flesh of a ripe kiwi almost looks like a sunrise caught inside a fruit. Tiny black seeds like little specks of night fading into morning. That first bite is a mix of sweet and tangy, like a cheerful greeting from the garden. For those watching their blood sugar, this is more than a tasty moment. It's a gentle ally in the daily work of staying healthy. With a glycemic index around 50, kiwi's natural sugars enter the bloodstream slowly, avoiding those sharp spikes that leave people feeling drained an hour later. It's a fruit that doesn't rush, letting the body handle sugar at its own pace, the way a porch swing moves in a calm breeze. That steady energy can make a big difference in how someone feels from breakfast to lunch, especially for folks over 60 who need consistency, not roller coasters, in their blood sugar levels. Years ago, kiwi was a rare sight in most American kitchens. It came from far-off places like New Zealand, wrapped in fuzzy brown skin that seemed almost too strange to eat. Many still remember the first time they saw one, wondering how something so plain on the outside could be so bright and inviting inside. Now, thanks to markets and better shipping, kiwi can be found fresh in most grocery stores year-round. That means older adults can enjoy its benefits in any season, whether sliced over warm oatmeal in January or added to a chilled fruit salad for a summer picnic. Its unique flavor lifts even the simplest dishes, adding a touch of sweetness without spoonfuls of sugar. One of kiwi's hidden strengths is its incredible vitamin C content, more per ounce than many oranges. For someone past 60, vitamin C is a quiet defender. It supports the immune system, helps wounds heal faster, and even plays a role in protecting the heart. That matters because infections and slow recovery times can take a heavier toll as the years go by. A single kiwi at breakfast can bring a refreshing burst of flavor and a boost of resilience, like a little shield for the day ahead. And for those who enjoy gardening, there's a special pleasure in knowing that kiwi vines can be grown in certain parts of the U.S., making it both a store-bought treat and a backyard possibility. Beyond vitamins, kiwi has a digestive secret, an enzyme called actinitin. This natural helper breaks down proteins, making it easier for the body to handle heavier meals. For seniors who sometimes feel sluggish after eating meat or rich dishes, adding a bit of kiwi can make digestion smoother. Imagine a Sunday lunch with roast chicken, followed by a small plate of kiwi slices. The meal feels satisfying but not heavy. It's a small change, but one that can turn discomfort into contentment, especially for those who want to enjoy food without paying for it later with bloating or indigestion. When all is said and done, kiwi might not win a crown as the ultimate blood sugar fruit, but it has earned a place in the top 9 for good reason. It's steady, dependable, and full of quiet benefits that add up over time. For someone looking to manage blood sugar after 60, it's a trustworthy companion, the kind that never shows off but is always there when needed. And in this journey toward the number 1 fruit, kiwi reminds us that sometimes the most valuable things in life aren't the ones making the biggest noise, but the ones quietly making life better each day. Number 8, cherries. There's something about a bowl of ripe cherries that brings back the feeling of early summer. The deep red skin, smooth and cool to the touch, almost hides a burst of flavor inside. For folks over 60, cherries are more than a sweet treat. They're a low glycemic gift from the orchard, with a glycemic index of around 20. That's rare for something that tastes this sweet. Each bite delivers its sugar so slowly that the body hardly notices, avoiding the peaks and crashes that can leave someone dizzy or tired. It's like walking down a gentle slope instead of sliding down a steep hill. Steady, safe, and easy to handle. For those managing blood sugar, cherries are one of nature's kindest surprises. Back in the days when most fruit was picked close to home, cherries were a once-a-year treasure. Families would wait for those few weeks when the trees were heavy with fruit, filling baskets for pies, preserves, and simple bowls at the dinner table. That short season made cherries even more precious. Today, thanks to refrigerated transport, they appear in stores for a longer stretch, but they still carry that feeling of a fleeting gift. For seniors who remember canning cherries with their parents or stealing them from a neighbor's tree, each bite comes with a touch of nostalgia, a reminder of the warmth of summer days past. One of cherries' hidden strengths lies in their anthocyanins, the compounds that give them their rich color. These plant pigments do more than make cherries beautiful. They help improve insulin sensitivity, which would be a game changer for those struggling to manage glucose. Studies suggest that these same compounds fight inflammation, easing joint discomfort that often accompanies aging. For someone living with both diabetes and arthritis, cherries offer a double blessing: better sugar control and a little less stiffness in the morning. It's no wonder some folks call them nature's candy with a purpose. There's also something wonderfully practical about cherries. They're easy to enjoy fresh, with no peeling or slicing needed, just a rinse and a quick twist of the stem. For those who want to avoid processed sweets, cherries make a satisfying dessert all on their own. In the kitchen, they can be cooked down into a no-sugar sauce for topping plain yogurt, or even frozen to add a cool, refreshing bite to summer drinks. And while fresh cherries are ideal, frozen ones retain most of their nutrients and can be enjoyed all year, keeping their benefits close at hand even in the hard winter. Cherries may not claim the top spot on this list, but they hold a place of honor for their flavor, history, and health benefits. They prove that it's possible to enjoy something truly sweet without the guilt or the worry. For anyone managing blood sugar after 60, cherries offer both variety and joy, a fruit that speaks to the taste buds and the heart at the same time. And as the countdown continues toward the number 1 fruit, cherries stand as a reminder that health and pleasure can share the same bowl. Number 7, strawberries. The scent of fresh strawberries can fill a whole kitchen, carrying the promise of sweetness before the first bite. Their bright red color and tiny seeds make them look almost like nature took the time to decorate each one by hand. For folks watching their blood sugar, strawberries are a gentle ally, offering sweetness with a low glycemic index and a dose of fiber that slows the release of sugar into the bloodstream. This means they can be enjoyed without the sudden spikes that so often follow dessert. Instead, they give a steady, comfortable lift, like the slow rise of the sun on a cool morning. For people over 60, that kind of stability can make all the difference in how the rest of the day feels. In many parts of the country, strawberry picking is more than just a way to get fruit. It's a tradition. Families head out to local farms in early summer, baskets in hand, bending down to gather the ripest berries. Those who grew up in rural America may still remember coming home with stained fingers and the sweet smell of strawberries clinging to their clothes. For seniors, that memory can make every bite feel like a return to simpler times, when food was fresher and life seemed a little slower. Even for those who buy them at the store today, strawberries carry that connection to the earth and the joy of seasonal abundance. Strawberries also bring hidden strength in the form of manganese, a mineral that plays a key role in carbohydrate metabolism. For someone with diabetes or prediabetes, this can be a quiet helper, making the body's use of sugar more efficient. Along with that, their high vitamin C content supports immunity and helps protect the heart. These little berries even contain antioxidants that may benefit brain health, something especially important for anyone hoping to stay sharp well into their later years. In short, strawberries are more than a sweet indulgence. They're a small package loaded with quiet, steady protection. One of the nicest things about strawberries is how easy they are to work into everyday meals. A handful can be tossed into a bowl of oatmeal, blended into a smoothie with unsweetened almond milk, or sliced over a salad for a pop of color and flavor. For those avoiding refined sugar, they can be served fresh with a sprinkle of cinnamon or mashed into a no-sugar chia jam. Even frozen strawberries keep much of their nutritional power, making it possible to enjoy their benefits long after the picking season is over. They can turn a plain glass of water into a refreshing treat, or bring a touch of summer to a winter breakfast. Strawberries may not be the most powerful fruit for flushing sugar from the blood, but they earn their spot on this list for their versatility, nutritional value, and the joy they bring to the table. For older adults looking to keep blood sugar steady without giving up sweetness, they offer a bright, cheerful option that fits right in with everyday life. And as the countdown continues, these red gems remind us that sometimes the best health choices are also the ones that make us smile the widest. Number 6, apples. The crisp sound of biting into a fresh apple is almost as satisfying as the taste itself. Whether it's the tart snap of a green Granny Smith or the milder sweetness of a red variety, apples have a way of making a person feel refreshed. For folks over 60 watching their blood sugar, apples, especially green ones, offer a dependable choice. Their fiber content, particularly pectin, helps slow the absorption of sugar, keeping glucose levels steadier. It's like putting a gentle hand on the wheel, guiding the body through the day without sharp turns or sudden jolts. That kind of steady control is exactly what many people hope for when they reach for a snack. In small-town America, apples are more than food. They're part of the landscape. Many remember passing orchards on the way to school or helping pick baskets full in the fall. The smell of fresh apple pie cooling on a windowsill, the warmth of cider simmering on the stove. These are memories tied not just to taste but to the comfort of home. For seniors, that connection makes eating an apple feel like a return to familiar ground, a quiet moment to enjoy something wholesome and rooted in tradition. Even for those who didn't grow up near orchards, the apple has long been a symbol of health and abundance, sitting proudly in lunchboxes and on kitchen counters across the country. Beyond their fiber, apples carry the benefit of malic acid, found mostly in the skin. This compound helps with digestive health and supports the absorption of minerals, a helpful boost for older adults who may not absorb nutrients as efficiently as they once did. Apples also provide a modest but steady source of vitamins and antioxidants that support the heart, lungs, and immune system. For people managing both blood sugar and cholesterol, this makes them a 2-for-1 helper, nourishing the body while keeping both numbers in better balance. Apples are among the most versatile fruits to enjoy. A green apple can be sliced and paired with a handful of walnuts for a mid-morning snack, diced into a salad with spinach and goat cheese, or baked with cinnamon for a warm dessert that feels indulgent but stays blood sugar friendly. They're easy to pack for a walk, a road trip, or an afternoon in the garden. No peeling or fuss required. Even dried apples, when unsweetened, keep much of their fiber and flavor, making them a handy option for pantry. For those who love a bit of variety, apples can shift from tart to sweet depending on the type, giving every taste bud something to look forward to. While the apple doesn't claim the top spot in this countdown, it holds a timeless appeal that has kept it on American tables for generations. For anyone looking to keep blood sugar steady after 60, it's a simple, accessible, and comforting choice. As his journey toward the number 1 fruit continues, the apple reminds us that sometimes the best solutions are the ones that have been with us all along, crisp, familiar, and ready to help at a moment's notice. Number 5. Guava. The first time someone cuts open a ripe guava, the bright pink or deep yellow flesh can be a pleasant surprise. Its sweet, floral aroma fills the air, almost like stepping into a tropical garden after a warm rain. For older adults managing blood sugar, guava offers more than just beauty and fragrance. It has a naturally low glycemic index and a generous amount of fiber, which helps slow the release of sugar into the bloodstream. That gentle control means energy levels stay steadier, avoiding the highs and lows that can leave someone feeling worn out halfway through the day. In many Latin American and tropical households, guava has long been a staple fruit. Some seniors may recall tasting it for the first time during a trip to Florida or Hawaii, or finding guava paste at a small-town market. Over time, it's become more common in grocery stores across the U.S., making it easier to enjoy its unique flavor without traveling far. For those who appreciate variety in their fruit choices, guava brings a taste of the tropics to the table, adding both novelty and nutrition. One of guava's strongest health benefits is its high vitamin C content. In fact, gram for gram, it can contain more than 4 times the vitamin C of an orange. That's a powerful ally for the immune system, helping the body recover faster from illness and guarding against infections that can be harder to fight with age. It's also rich in lycopene, an antioxidant linked to heart health and protection against certain types of cell damage. For seniors managing both diabetes and cardiovascular concerns, guava offers a natural way to support both areas at once. Guava is also incredibly versatile in the kitchen. It can be eaten fresh, sliced into salads, blended into a smoothie, or stewed into a sugar-free compote for spreading over whole grain toast. Some even enjoy brewing guava leaves into a tea, a traditional drink in some cultures believed to further support healthy blood sugar levels. Frozen guava chunks, available in many stores, keep most of the fruit's nutrients and can be enjoyed all year, making it easy to keep this tropical helper on hand. While guava may not be as familiar to every American household as apples or berries, it earns its place on this list for its unique mix of flavor, versatility, and health benefits. For those looking to expand their options beyond the usual fruits, guava offers a sweet but safe choice that supports both energy and overall well-being. As the countdown moves closer to the number 1 fruit, guava stands as a reminder that sometimes the best health allies come from places we don't expect, carrying the warmth of the tropics and the promise of steadier days ahead. Number 4, grapefruit. Cutting into a grapefruit releases a sharp, citrusy aroma that seems to wake up the senses before the first bite. The flesh, whether ruby red or pale yellow, glistens with juice that's both tart and refreshing. For older adults mindful of their blood sugar, grapefruit is a smart addition to the fruit bowl. With a glycemic index of around 25, it offers a slow release of sugar, avoiding the sudden spikes that can cause fatigue or mood swings. It's the kind of fruit that feels light but still satisfies, helping to keep both blood sugar and appetite in better balance. Grapefruit is a familiar sight in many American kitchens for decades. Seniors may remember the era when a half grapefruit was a standard breakfast item, often served with a sprinkle of sugar in diners and home tables alike. These days, many enjoy it plain or with a drizzle of honey substitute, appreciating its natural tang. For those who grew up in Florida or Texas, the sight of grapefruit trees heavy with fruit is a familiar sign of late winter and early spring. It's more than just a food. It's a seasonal marker, tied to memories of sunny mornings and simple meals. What makes grapefruit especially interesting for blood sugar control is a compound called naringenin, found in its flesh and juice. Research suggests this antioxidant may help improve insulin sensitivity, making it easier for the body to handle glucose. In addition, grapefruit is rich in fiber and water, creating a sense of fullness that can help with weight control, a key factor in managing type 2 diabetes. The vitamin C content also supports immune health, while potassium helps maintain healthy blood pressure, another concern for many over 60. Grapefruit is easy to enjoy in different ways. It can be eaten fresh with a spoon, sectioned into a salad with avocado and spinach, or blended into a sugar-free smoothie for a refreshing afternoon drink. For those who find it too tart, pairing it with sweeter fruits like strawberries can create a balanced flavor while still keeping the meal diabetic friendly. Some even grill grapefruit halves lightly, bringing out a subtle caramelized taste without adding sugar. However it's served, it brings brightness and variety to the table. While grapefruit may not be the ultimate fruit in this countdown, it earns its place for its refreshing flavor, low glycemic index, and multiple health benefits. It's a reminder that healthy eating doesn't have to be dull. It can be tangy, colorful, and full of life. For seniors working to keep blood sugar steady, grapefruit offers a sharp, zesty option that stands out from the rest. And as the list moves closer to the number one fruit, grapefruit keeps the journey fresh and exciting. Number 3, blueberries. A bowl of fresh blueberries is like holding a handful of little midnight skies, each one dusted with faint silvery bloom. They burst with a sweet tart flavor that seems almost too rich for their size. For older adults looking to keep blood sugar in check, blueberries offer a winning combination: a low glycemic index, a generous dose of fiber, and a wealth of antioxidants that work quietly to protect the body. Eating them feels less like following a health rule and more like indulging in a treat, yet they give energy without the crash, helping the day stay smooth and steady. Blueberries have a long history in America, especially in the Northeast, where wild berries have grown for centuries. Seniors who spent time in rural areas might remember picking them along country roads or buying them by the pint from roadside stands. They've been part of pies, jams, and muffins for generations, but in recent decades they've gained recognition as a superfood, a title they've earned honestly. Whether eaten fresh from a bush or sprinkled over cereal, blueberries have always had a way of making meals a little more special. One of blueberries' most powerful gifts is their high content of phenolic compounds, especially anthocyanins, which give them their deep blue color. These compounds support vascular health, helping blood flow more easily and reducing the risk of damage to small blood vessels. That's especially important for people with diabetes, as it may help protect against complications like retinopathy. They're also rich in vitamin K, which supports bone health, and vitamin C, which boosts the immune system. 2 areas of concern for many over 60. Blueberries are incredibly versatile. They can be enjoyed fresh by the handful, stirred into Greek yogurt, or frozen for year-round use, without losing much nutritional value. They blend well into smoothies, bake beautifully into whole grain muffins, and add a burst of flavor to salads. For those avoiding added sugar, they're naturally sweet enough to enjoy on their own, and a sprinkle of cinnamon can enhance their flavor without changing their glycemic load. Even dried blueberries, when unsweetened, can be a handy snack or addition to oatmeal. While blueberries may not be the single best fruit for flushing sugar from the blood, they've earned their place high on this list for their rich nutrient profile, versatility, and satisfying taste. They prove that healthy food can be vibrant, flavorful, and comforting all at once. For seniors working toward better blood sugar control, blueberries are more than a dietary choice. They're a small daily pleasure that helps the body stay strong. And with the number one fruit still to come, blueberries set a high bar for what's possible. Number 2, blackberries. There's something striking about a cluster of blackberries, their deep purple-black color hinting at the richness inside. Each berry is made up of dozens of tiny juice-filled pockets, offering a satisfying bite that's both tart and sweet. For older adults keeping an eye on blood sugar, blackberries are a near-perfect choice. They have one of the highest fiber contents of any fruit, which slows the absorption of sugar and helps maintain steady energy. Their glycemic index is low, making them a smart snack for those who want flavor without the glucose roller coaster. Eating blackberries feels like enjoying dessert while still being kind to the body. Blackberries have long been part of the American countryside. Seniors who grew up near rural areas might recall hot summer afternoons spent foraging along fence lines or wooded paths, coming home with stained fingers and the occasional scratch from a thorn. In many communities, they were turned into cobblers, jams, and syrups, often sweetened heavily. Today, with a focus on health, they're just as satisfying eaten fresh, letting their natural tartness and sweetness shine through. That shift from sugar-heavy recipes to simple, fresh enjoyment makes them even better suited for modern diabetic-friendly diets. Nutritionally, blackberries bring more than just fiber. They're a great source of vitamin K, which supports bone strength, a priority for many over 60, and vitamin C, which aids immunity and skin health. Their dark color comes from high levels of polyphenol, powerful antioxidants that help protect the heart and blood vessels. For people managing diabetes, These compounds may also help reduce inflammation, a silent factor that can make blood sugar harder to control. They're like a small army of protectors packed into each berry, working quietly but effectively. In the kitchen, blackberries are as flexible as they are flavorful. They can be tossed into salads, blended into smoothies, baked into low-sugar crisps, or eaten straight from the bowl. A handful can transform a bowl of plain yogurt into something indulgent, or add a tangy note to breakfast oats. Frozen blackberries keep their benefits and can be stored for months, making them easy to enjoy year-round. For those who enjoy experimenting, they pair beautifully with savory foods too, like grilled chicken or pork, creating dishes that feel gourmet but remain healthy. Blackberries may not hold the title of number one, but they come close, and for good reason. Their combination of taste, nutrition, and history makes them a standout in any diabetic-friendly fruit lineup. They show that eating with health in mind doesn't have to mean sacrificing flavor or pleasure. And now, with the countdown nearly complete, there's just one fruit left, the one that many believe is the single best for flushing excess sugar from the blood after 60. Number 1, avocado. At first glance, the avocado doesn't look like the star of a fruit list. Its rough, dark green skin and subtle flavor are a far cry from the bright sweetness of berries or citrus. But for those over 60 aiming to keep blood sugar steady, this humble fruit holds a secret worth knowing. Avocados are incredibly low in net carbohydrates, which means they have almost no effect on blood sugar levels. Instead of sugar, they're filled with heart-healthy monounsaturated fats that help improve insulin sensitivity, making the body more efficient at using glucose. In other words, they help keep blood sugar where it should be, steady and calm. Avocados have a long history in Central and South America, where they were valued not just for their taste, but for their nourishing qualities. Over the past few decades, they've made their way into nearly every American kitchen, from breakfast tables to backyard barbecues. Seniors who once thought of avocado only as an occasional topping for tacos now find it mashed on whole grain toast, blended into smoothies, or sliced into salads. That versatility makes it easy to include in daily meals, turning it from a novelty into a staple. One of avocado's quiet strengths is its high potassium content. Potassium helps regulate blood pressure, an important factor for those managing both diabetes and heart health. Alongside that, the healthy fats in avocado support brain function and joint health, while aiding in the absorption of fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, E, and K. For older adults, that's a valuable combination. Stable blood sugar, strong cardiovascular support, and better nutrient use, all in one simple food. Avocado is also satisfying in a way that many other fruits aren't. The creamy texture and rich taste make it filling, which can help prevent overeating or reaching for less healthy snacks. It blends well into both sweet and savory dishes. Mix into a chocolate avocado pudding for dessert, cubed into a fresh salad, or simply sprinkle with salt and pepper for a quick snack. Because it's so low in carbs, it can be enjoyed generously without fear of glucose spikes. Crowning avocado as the number one fruit in this list isn't about trendiness. It's about effectiveness. For those over 60 who want a natural, no-pill way to help control blood sugar, avocado delivers steady results while also supporting overall health. It may not have the flash of tropical fruits or the nostalgia of orchard favorites, but quietly outperforms them where it matters most. In the end, the avocado proves that sometimes the most powerful solutions are the simplest, ready to be sliced, mashed, or blended into a better day. Looking back over this journey from kiwi to avocado, one thing becomes clear. Nature offers far more options for healthy living than most people realize. Each fruit in this list brings something unique, whether it's the slow sweetness of cherries, the tart refreshment of grapefruit, or the creamy comfort of avocado. For those over 60, these aren't just foods. They're tools for building steadier days, stronger bodies, and brighter moods. And perhaps the greatest gift is that they come without complicated instructions or long ingredient lists. Just peel, slice, or bite and enjoy. The beauty of having 9 options is choice. Not every fruit fits every taste, season, or budget, but with this variety, there's always something that works. Maybe it's a handful of blueberries in winter, apples in fall, or guava when you're feeling adventurous. By rotating these fruits through the week, It's possible to keep blood sugar under control while still enjoying the simple pleasure of eating. That flexibility is what makes healthy habits easier to stick with. No feeling of deprivation, just small daily wins. Of course, while these fruits can support blood sugar balance, they're not a cure-all. It's always wise to talk with a doctor or nutrition professional before making major changes to your diet, especially if medications are involved. Combining these foods with regular movement, proper hydration, and restful sleep creates the strongest foundation for long-term health. Think of it like tending a garden. It's not one plant, but the whole ecosystem working together that makes it thrive. For many seniors, discovering new ways to enjoy fruit is more than a health step. It's a return to the joys of flavor, color, and tradition. It's remembering the smell of a pie cooling in the kitchen, the sound of biting into a crisp apple, or the feeling of finding the first ripe berry of the season. These small moments matter just as much as the nutrients, feeding the spirit as well as the body. Life after 60 can still be full of discoveries, and the table can still be a place of excitement. So whether it's a humble kiwi, the bold blackberry, or the mighty avocado at number 1, each fruit here is an invitation to a better day. May your choices be nourishing, your meals satisfying, and your health steady. Take care of yourselves, cherish the blessings of simple foods, and as always, God bless y'all.